Yeah, see, there it is.
Back in 2013, TD Ierlan was a second-string midfielder on JV. He wasn't even thinking about playing lacrosse in college.
I honestly thought I'd probably end up wrestling somewhere, and just it's kind of crazy just to see how everything changes.
Over 4 years, Victor won a pair of state titles, and Ierlan developed into the most dominant face-off specialist in Section 5.
I've been at this now for 26 years, in different sports coaching, and a TD comes along probably once in a career.
Now a sophomore at Albany, Ierlan is currently #1 in the country in face-off percentage and playing for the #2 team in the nation.
TD's a different animal, his personality, his work ethic, it's unlike anyone else's I've ever seen.
He's right up there with someone who I would say is probably one of the most competitive people that I've ever coached. He takes every face-off, like it's going to be his last.
But going from the best in Section 5 to the best in the country was anything but a smooth transition. Ierlan called it trial by fire and even said his first collegiate game against Syracuse couldn't have gone worse.
I was 6 for 21, I'll never forget it. Career lows and everything. It was really tough to get over that because you just dream of that moment and then it happens and you go back and you can't really change it. And then after you just kind of got to take a look in the mirror. Try to use it as a learning experience.
In Division I, nobody has ever finished a season with a face-off percentage in the 80s. Right now, Ierlan's at 84.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. You try not to think about the grand scheme, honestly. Be the ball. If you would have told me after my first game, you would have told me I'm the #1, I would have said you're crazy, and I would have bet $1 million that wasn't true.
But it is true, and not bad for someone who thought 5 years ago they'd be wrestling in college. Reporting in Albany, Dan Fates, News 8.